What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. We're going to be doing something a little bit differently today. Instead of reviewing each member of Speed Machines individually, since there's no new castings or anything super exciting to really talk about here, I want to go ahead and just do like a overall review of the lineup. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go through in order of what I consider to be least exciting to most exciting. We're going to go through and do a quick like miniature 1-minute review kind of deal for each car. And then at the end, I'm going to collectively kind of give my thoughts on the set as a whole. And then we'll kind of see what I would have done if I was in charge of the line and could have picked the cars and decos and such and stuff like that. So getting started, we'll start off with the McLaren 720S. It is obviously a good casting. It's a casting that you all well know by this point. It's had premium and mainline releases, so it came out really good. The details and everything look nice. They work well. You can tell it's going to be fast with the plastic wheels if you are inclined to send it down a racetrack. However, the deco left a lot to be desired. I mean, we've had this car in orange several times. We've had this car in premium in orange, so nothing too exciting there. This little like black accent, it does look good, I'm not going to lie, but it's not really enough to make this one really pop in my opinion. Coming home in 4th place, the Ford GTLM. So this is the classic Ford GTLM. I shouldn't say classic. This is like the 2006 era Ford GTLM, not the most recent version. And I think the biggest reason they went with this is because it's kind of like a throwback to the original Speed Machines line. So I kind of understand that. Our deco is a nice racing-esque deco. However, it is extraordinarily similar to other decos that we've gotten of this casting before. So nothing like that really sent me off the rails, I guess. I didn't actually have this deco, so it's not the worst. But again, not anything crazy exciting. We did get a good detailing job, everything like that. And again, the really nice hefty feel to them with the plastic wheels is cool for if you're a track racer. Coming home third, it's the newest version of the Porsche 911 GT3. So this casting is obviously done really, really well. Mine sadly has some like paint rash up top from where it was rubbing on the card. That is unfortunate. So this one comes home third despite this being its first premium release. Simply because I'm just not a big fan of this deco. It's just a little bit too much going on. From up front, it looks too close to one of the mainline versions, which actually had really nice detailing to the point where it was essentially a premium. But, yeah, this deco is not my favorite. I don't really know what I wanted them to do, but I would have actually just preferred more of a clean look to this one. But, again, not terrible. Coming home second is the Pagani ZR. So this is, again, the first time for this casting to go premium. So it is nice to see that we will be getting this casting in premium in the future. However, there's a few nitpicks I have. I don't like that we can't see at all through the windshield. But I think that's just going to be par for the course for this casting. That being said, also, the deco is just not the most exciting deco. I mean, you have the Pagani ZR license in your Hot Wheels. You can really do something crazy and wild with this. But that being said, this is not bad. It's clean. It looks good. It's simple. We did get a very nice detailing. The headlights are actually better done than the Tarmac Works headlights, I feel like. The print on that just looks really crisp and clean. Into the back here. Looks pretty good, well detailed. Overall, good release. And my favorite of the mix, which is actually a surprise, because I wasn't expecting to even get this one originally, was the Lamborghini Veno. So this is probably my favorite Lamborghini of all time. And I absolutely love the job that Hot Wheels did on the casting. It's actually the only Veneno I even have in my collection, although I would love to track down the Kyosho at some point. Anyway, though, just the way it came out, like all these little things they did with these back engine cover area up front here, just the detailing that this casting got. This is, to my knowledge, the first example of this casting going premium, but I'm not 100% positive on that by any stretch of the imagination. Overall, though, I just really, really liked this one. Good detailing, color choice, not the most unique, but it is different from the mainline version. And overall, I ended up really, really liking this one. It's kind of surprisingly. So now we kind of get into the future of this line, I guess, in a way of what I would have done here instead. So this mix saw no new castings, which is an absolute shame. There's no reason why Speed Machines, which was so iconic for bringing in new castings, didn't get a new casting with its car culture mix. That being said, so I would have definitely had a new casting being brought in. So these three right here, I would have actually kept these three. What I would have done a little bit differently, I probably would have kept the Veneno the same. I would have liked to have seen a slightly better deco job here, and I definitely would have liked a better deco job here. But for the most part, these three don't really bother me. I would have had no real issue with those staying the same as they are. These are the two in the set that I would have done something with. So, I would not have had the Ford GT in here at all. This was clearly thrown in as a throwback to the OG Speed Machine set. However, I think there was a much better way of handling that. So, back with the original Speed Machines, one of the last mixes that hardly anyone got their hands on saw the Lamborghini Murcielago SV released in a bright yellow. And to this day, that casting has only been re-released twice in two different recolors. So it is still an extraordinarily rare casting that not many people have. So I would have brought that casting back instead of the Ford GT, and I would have given it a really nice orange paint scheme, very similar to this kind of orange. I'll go ahead and pop the real-life car of what I'm talking about up in the corner there, so you kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking. But I definitely would have preferred that over the Ford GT as kind of the callback to the original Speed Machines line. Now, that is not a new casting, so what new casting would I have included? Obviously, I'd be swapping out this McLaren. I love the casting and everything, but this casting has been through the ringer. It's gotten plenty of releases, both premium and mainline and basic. So this casting is going to be given the boot in my theoretical world. What I would have done is I would have given us a McLaren. I would have gone with the McLaren Sabre. So that's a very unique car. I think they could have worked with the existing Speedtail casting and kind of started with that as a base and modified it enough until it was clearly a McLaren Sabre. I think that would have been a really cool new addition to the Hot Wheels lineup. Would have worked perfectly with the Speed Machines world, especially since the Speed Machines was the introduction of the McLaren F1 GTR, which was, as far as I know, like the introduction of Hot Wheels and McLaren working together. That's the first McLaren that they had done in a really long time, if not ever. I'm not 100% sure. But I think that that would have been the perfect choice for the McLaren end of Speed Machines instead of giving us another 720. I'll go ahead and pop in the top corner there approximately what kind of a deco I'd be thinking of for the McLaren Sabre, because it is kind of a unique decoed car. There's very seldomly any ones that are just kind of completely clean. But let me know in the comments what you think, or what you would have picked for the new casting to be. And that is going to wrap it up for this video. So let me know what your thoughts are on this particular style of video, and what your thoughts are on Speed Machines as a whole. How would you have done it? What would have been your perfect 5-car lineup? What would have been any new castings? Let's say you can only introduce one new casting to the mix. What would you have done? And any of these cars that you would have replaced, what would you have replaced them with? So let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. Make sure you guys like if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next video.